So hey guys, welcome back to OFN Unleashed. Today we have a new topic to discuss. It's more about parenting and how far will we go out of our way to make sure our kids are put into the best position that we possibly can, if that even includes breaking the rules and spending lots of money. So tell them about the scandal that's going on now, Can.
So if you guys haven't heard, probably all over Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, pretty much any social media outlet the past week or so, the scandal has been that there were about 40 to 50 people who were involved in this like college admissions scandal where actresses such as Lori Loughlin, who is the mother to Olivia Jade, who's a pretty famous YouTuber, and then there's like Felicity Huffman, she was one of the moms from Desperate Housewives. They did illegal things basically where they spent money, paid this guy who's ahead of the whole...
What's his name? Do you know his name?
No, I don't.
Okay. You want me to look it up real quick?
No, because we're gossip.
Okay.
We're gossiping. We're not
we're gossipers.
giving news.
We're gossipers.
We're not this. We don't have the specifics other than the fact that these parents, besides the fact that these two moms were celebrities, a bunch of other parents were involved in paying money for their kids to either have like improved ACT scores
or get on a sports team that they weren't even on. Like I think one was a rowing team.
That was the Olivia Jade circumstance.
No one was even on the team, but they put them on the roster basically.
Yeah, so. And I guess they even have like a conversation quoted that Lori Loughlin had with this man who was in charge of all of this, that she kind of said, so we're basically donating money to the college, which really is not a bad thing. People donate money all the time. So we're donating money to the college. Our daughters are going to get recruited for the row team, and hence they get to go to USC.
So my opinion is, let's not all play shocked. I mean, this is, and you may think completely different. Let's not play. This has been going on since the beginning of time. If you even look at college football and the recruiting process and NCAA violations and who's getting paid and cars and trucks and all that. I mean. This is the way the world works, quite honestly.
Let's go back to even high schools do it.
Right.
They recruit kids and they slip money under the table and, give kids free tuition when they shouldn't. Right. There's all kinds of things.
They're really trying to crack down at the high school level of kids moving around to schools and stuff, trying to stack teams. And then that even goes back to the parochial, or let's just call it, the Catholic schools versus the public schools. The Catholic schools don't have rules, so therefore they can recruit everybody because they're kind of a different system, and therefore, those, I know in Ohio, those kinds of schools end up beating everybody because they're stacked.
Right.
So, back to the high profile stuff, am I shocked? I'm not shocked at all.
The fact that like these couple women are celebrities, I mean, Felicity Huffman, she paid like $15,000 for her daughter to be given more time to take the ACT and for someone to like correct some of her answers or something. And again, I don't know if that's
I'm not condoning that. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Right?
Right.
So
all of this is wrong. That's why these people are in trouble. It is illegal. But our world is filled with a lot of illegal wrong things that people do. And there's a couple different ways to look at it. There's the legal standpoint and the fact that it's not fair for like Olivia Jade to be able to go to USC because her mom could afford $500,000 to slide under the table versus maybe somebody who worked really hard to get that position.
And they're rebelling. Those people are rebelling too. I mean, this goes back to our definition too of, we've said this probably before in videos of, you used to have helicopter parents, now you have lawnmower parents. This is a perfect example of lawnmower parents. They're cutting the way for their kids to get in. And quite honestly, I mean, we've been part of this through our career too. I mean, let's go back to even advancement. Let's go back to Andrew. I mean, there's, recreational baseball, right? There's community baseball, and then there's travel baseball. We've been part of this where, your kids are getting games, they're having fun, but you're ready to go to the next level. And that next level of kid is getting, and we're still dealing with this in Chase too, right? So that next level of kid is getting more games, more practice, and becoming better at their sport. Therefore, once they get to high school, their odds have increased of making the team versus someone that's, just playing the community baseball.
Well, yeah, like wrestling. You want Chase to do some wrestling camps and stuff this
Right.
summer. Not all families can afford to do that
Correct.
kind of stuff.
Correct.
So are we
bad? Or we're not breaking rules?
No.
We're trying. I mean, those kids that are succeeding on the podium at the high school level are putting in additional work that not everybody else. And no,
Yeah.
trust me, not everybody's gifted. And I don't want to
It's no different than a gymnast getting private lessons,
Right.
or a dancer taking extra ballet classes.
Right.
Like you can excel
Right.
and work as hard as you're willing to put in the
Sure.
effort and spend the money.
And a couple things, unfortunately, not everyone has the means to do those
Right.
things, one. And number two, there's always that breakout kid who's really smart or really athletic that can do the community stuff and
Yeah.
still excel. Don't get me wrong, that still happens. But, in today's day and age, if you want to be the best, you got to play with the best. And unfortunately, people that have means, being money and all that stuff, are utilizing it to break rules.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee not just from a wrestling standpoint, but even say like a football player. If you have a family, say it is a private school, and you have a family who's given a ton of money to that private school, they have better odds of getting that starter quarterback position over maybe a family who that kid's there on scholarship because
Right.
the family doesn't have as
I mean,
much
like
money.
I said,
This has been around.
You've
for
seen this since the
ages.
beginning of the time, but it has progressively gotten worse. I mean, just think about it. I mean, even when Andrew was younger, the travel baseball thing just kind of started picking up where everybody's doing
dance
travel.
competition's the same thing.
Oh, right.
They weren't a thing.
No.
I mean, actually it was. We did do competitions, but we didn't travel and stay
Right.
in hotels,
Right.
and it's way blown out of proportion now.
There's actually a friend of mine on Facebook. His kids are extremely good at wrestling, and it's just such a nice family. Really, the kids are. There was a wrestling match where he was wrestling someone who had a handicap, and the dad wanted to say something, and the kid's like, "Dad, I got it." And he ended up wrestling the kid and finished like 18-17 was the score. The kid could have buried him, pinned him in 10 seconds, and been over. But these two boys have been. And I agree with the statement on Facebook, have been ridiculed for years because most of all of our wrestlers went to Michigan State. You've seen videos of Chase. We went to States. These guys wouldn't go to States. They go to I think it's MMA. They would go to Iowa. They would go to faraway places to wrestle the best of the best. And quite honestly, it's paying off. I mean, their kids are on podiums now because they came back to Michigan, and it's like, oh, maybe it's not so tough around here. I get it. So it's really comes back to that balance thing we talked about, I think, in one of our videos of time and money and, how far do you go? What do you do? And, what are you teaching your kids? But
So that's the big question. So if you were, okay, another factor to add in, so Lori Loughlin's husband is Massimo, I'm not even going to say, Liani something.
I don't
He's
even
the creator of the Massimo brand at Target. Plus he does other things in the clothing industry, I believe. This family is loaded beyond means.
Sure.
Amount of money that we could never even imagine.
Sure.
Okay, so we have a daughter who, because I've been thinking about this, but we haven't talked about it yet. We have a daughter who wants to go to New York City for college. Chances of it happening are very, very slim because we are not loaded.
Right.
Like, unless she gets some amazing scholarship and some
But
offer
she's working her tail
that
off.
we can't refuse. But for us to say, hey, we're going to pay for you to go, we can't even afford to live in New York City ourselves, let alone pay for our daughter to live there. But the question I wanted to ask is, what if you were in a position? What if we won the lottery?
Yeah.
What if we were in this position? We had this endless amount of money, and Columbia University called and said, hey, we have the spot for Karli, but, we need some extra, like whatever they say.
Well, the thing is are her grades adequate?
Yeah, like she worked hard, but the school's hard to get into. Maybe her ACT score was a couple points away from where it needed to be, and they're kind of hint. The
thing is if I had to financially back something to get an advantage for something like that, but the cheating, the manipulating the ACTs, and
what's the difference at the end of the day?
Because I guess my final stance on this is, and do I pave the way? No, I want my kids to work hard. I mean, Chase had a rough on end of the season. Am I going to make that easier for? I want him to go the hard road.
Okay, so I don't know Olivia Jade. Did she work hard at school? I would probably say no. She didn't even really kind of want to go to college because she is already an influencer and makes money off YouTube, and she works with brands like Sephora and things like that who have since pulled their contracts since all this stuff happened. But let's just say, Chase or Karli. Chase is this great wrestler and has worked hard and has the GPA, but the college is still not sure. Would you take that extra push?
My answer is no. My answer is no because I believe in fate. I think everything's meant to be. If you didn't get in, there's a reason you didn't get in, and there's a reason you shouldn't be there.
Right.
To force it in by throwing some dollar bills at it is probably not the right way. I mean, I didn't like school.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't good at school. I was a slacker. Call it a slacker. I got best skipper. I was a good manipulator in school, if that makes sense. I learned those skills. I learned
You knew how to get good grades.
I knew how to get things done.
Way.
Exactly. I was not a sit down, study it, ace it. I'm still to this day in my 40s. What?
The sun is killing us.
It's fine. Anyways, I'm still a person that learns from mistakes, and I've made a ton of mistakes. I've taken a lot of risks, and I'm all about that. I'm all about the learn from what you put into it. And I'm trying to really teach Chase this next level of work ethic because I didn't learn a lot of this until I was older. And if I could go back and be 16 to 18 again and realize the opportunities that I had in front of me at that time, and someone saying, hey, if you work at this is really going to pay off. I kind of learned the hard way.
Yeah.
So we do clear a little bit of ways. We buy Chase nice headgear and stuff like that, but It's still, you got to go out and get it. And I think that's the nice thing about wrestling. Baseball's a team sport. You have your skills, they can be implemented. Football's a team sport, but wrestling, it's you versus your opponent. You can blame it on the refs if you want. And I always tell Chase, never put it in the referee's hands. And, learn from your defeat. And if you can handle it and take it and get back up on your feet again. I mean, that's really that's like the experience that Andrew just went through with getting a job, defeat after defeat. And me being a sales guy, I've been turned down 5,000% more than I've been accepted. A deal, working, anything. I mean, that's life. I mean, it's a tough world we live in right now.
The other point they were trying to make too is why was it so important for these kids to go to that particular school? And that's something that through experience, I mean, Andrew, he could have went away to college. He had some scholarship offers at some out of town schools.
Yeah,
and he
Central
would have had
Michigan,
to stay in the dorms and things like that. He would have ended up with some college debt at the end of all of this. And at the end of the day, he's like, I just want to go to college, get my degree. And he cared more about the career afterwards than the actual college. So that's kind of the other thing. Mm-hmm. It kind of makes you think, was it so important to these actresses and these other parents for their kids to go to these Ivy League,
But USC, the fact is if I have a degree from USC or I have a degree from, let's just say Kentucky, does it?
That's what I'm saying.
Being in the recruiting business, being a physician recruiter, if you graduate underclass from University of Notre Dame, I mean, that's pretty good on a resume. But then you could go to Wayne State and get your residency training, and no one's looking at the Notre Dame as much. Yeah. Do the people that graduate from U of M and Notre Dame typically get better jobs? In some cases, yes, but in some cases, no. You just need that piece of paper. It depends, I guess, really what your career is going to be, right?
Yeah.
So
that's what I think is making it so tough in the Olivia Jade circumstances. Regardless of what she went to college for, she probably wasn't even going to do anything with the degree because she's already has this career established. It was just really, her mom had said, I didn't go to college, I didn't have that opportunity, so I'm going to do whatever I can to give my kids that opportunity, and then look what happens. Because I thought about it a lot, and I can't say with 100% confidence that I wouldn't go above and beyond to do with it. Mm-hmm.
She's a snake.
No, I think it's hard because I don't want to do anything that's illegal.
Right.
And I understand what they did is illegal. This guy, whoever he is, took over $250 million from these 40 to 50 families. I don't want to be part of something like that.
A ring?
Yeah, that sounds horrible. But
these people probably didn't know they were part of a ring, though, did they?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's
well,
like
maybe they did because someone in the, let's call it the elite status, hey, call so-and-so. You know, I'm sure the guy's name gets passed around.
I think he's like a recruiter. I think his position is a athletic recruiter.
Potentially.
For multiple colleges.
Potentially.
So.
Hey, he made a lot of money at it. So is he in trouble?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the one that's probably going to end up doing major time. They claim that these other parents that are involved are kind of like, I don't know what all the legal wording
what
is.
time is he going to do? I mean, what law did he physically, so he manipulated the system?
Is it fraud
well,
or?
Maybe.
I'm not really sure what it's called, but I don't know. I just have a hard time as a parent. And I think these guys know from watching our videos, I would do anything for my kids. When they say you would kill for your kids, you would.
But also realize what she's saying, and we have a checks and balances system here because I'm the voice of reason.
Well,
So that's why we have balance here. She thinks that way, but I won't let her act on that.
No, and I get it. That's what I mean. If a circumstance came up, yeah, if it's illegal and I'm risking going to jail or something like that, no, I mean, I wouldn't do that. But if, I don't know, like, I don't know all the details. Is it really that illegal if Karli went to, say, this dance school when she graduates from high school and they wanted the specific donation for her to get the lead role or something like that? Is that illegal?
That's tacky. I mean, I just think you earn that lead role. I mean, if you got to pay a fee to get into an organization, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But to scratch someone's back extra to be the head of the class, I don't agree with it. I think that's wrong.
I don't know.
But to send my kid to, Toledo Ballet and pay extra fees so she's getting lessons to improve herself.
Right.
I'm all for tools.
Yeah, because she's
I'm all
still
for
doing the work.
Yeah.
But essentially, these kids are still going to college. They didn't buy their degree. They didn't buy their 4.0.
Well, they bought the manipulation.
The
they didn't buy the tool so that they could get in themselves.
And I think the only part that sits wrong with me is the fact that that spot got taken away possibly from someone else who was more deserving. That part makes it harder.
Now I might flip on you on there. I mean, this is dog world. I mean, stuff happens.
You can't say it's a dog world if you're paying for their spot.
People get overlooked all the time for different reasons. It's like I said, it's a fate thing. So I don't know. We could sit and debate this all day, guys, but
I'm just not 100% confident on what I would do.
So what we're going to have you do is put your comments below because this could be a big debate thread underneath this. Keep it clean. Be nice to each other. Thanks for watching this week's OFN Unleashed. We feel it's a good topic. We're going to keep trying to find cool topics like this because I love talking about it. So
we're going to have to find somewhere else to sit now that it's springtime.
That's all right. I think it makes it look.
Makes it
look. I think it's fine.
Your face is in the dark.
That's
right
all right.
now.
That's okay. And the clouds are coming over right now. There you go. So, excuse our lighting issue here. Maybe we'll shoot them at night with the thing. But thanks for watching. Please thumbs up this video. Comment if you like us doing these videos, these types, and also just your reaction to what's going on with the manipulation of the system. But good to see you guys. Take care.
Bye.